All right, we go to the Big 12, BYU and TCU. TCU 5-point home favorites, 53.5 the total in this one. TCU in bounce back mode. That was a rather poor performance, to say the least, against Iowa State last week. Although Ames, Iowa can be a tricky spot, especially at night, but still to play that bad. And when you look at TCU here this season, I mean, where's their signature win? You really have to ask yourself. Was it SMU? I guess 34-17. Colorado, they lost in the first week of the year. I mean, Houston's not a big-time win with what I've seen out of Houston. West Virginia and Iowa State, they lose back-to-back games as favorites. It's not what I want to see. BYU, I'll tell you what, I didn't like BYU coming into the year. Everybody knows that's listened to me all these months. But they beat out Arkansas as 9-point dogs. Keaton Slovis in the offense is looking good. This Chase Roberts kid at receiver for them is really good. They do have some weapons. Their offensive line is starting to play a little bit better. Defense still has some issues. BYU, they can give up points, 31 to Arkansas, 38 to Kansas, 27 to Cincinnati, but they did get the win 35-27 in that game. I have a hard time with what I've seen out of TCU's overall body of work right now, and especially these last two games where they've been favored by almost a touchdown or more and losing outright, of laying points with TCU right now. So for me, I'm leaning BYU here in this matchup. What do you think here, Conor Mac? Maybe lean to the over as well in this one. What do you think?
I think you go to the over in this game. TCU back at home. BYU defensively just hasn't, especially on the road, they haven't. BYU hasn't been able to run it. They're just throwing it around. It's like this year. They're just a throw-it team. They haven't been able to run the football. And I think they could do that. TCU was just, awful last week. We touched on it in Iowa State, just a bunch of interceptions in this one. They are at home. And they've been hard to figure out, TCU, after last year, all that great team. And I haven't really wanted to bet on them at all. But I do lean over here in this game. And maybe a little bit to BYU. I doubt I bet it, though.